Hi, welcome. Today we will do a book review on my favorite books. So maybe you can find something interesting to read. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. So the first book will be Autobiography of Mike Tyson. In my opinion, this is a really good autobiography. Probably the one of best book I ever read because I really feel this book is full of truth and it's really authentic, really describing all events, all emotions and everything. Really nice book. It's basically focused on his relationship with his mentor, the Cus D'Amato, and basically this book is describing the whole creation of Mike Tyson, how he was created and how he met the mentor and how he really shaped himself to be a champion of boxing. It's really sad book in the same time, but also there is a comedy in this book, so this is really nice. You can really smile at some moments, but in some moments you can maybe even cry. But there is also a lot of life advice that you can just take and apply to your life right after reading. What I took from this book was for sure one advice about the fear. So basically the mentor of Mike Tyson, Cus D'Amato, was describing the story when he was a child. There was like one path that all children avoid because there was a legend that there is like some sort of serial killer on this path. So one time Cus D'Amato found himself walking this path and he was super afraid that he may meet this person. He basically pushed through, even that he was sawing the shadow on this path and he thought he will be dead because it's probably this person. But he found that it was only a shadow that tree was throwing on the street. That was pretty funny what our imagination can do with fear. So basically, I think a lot of fear is living in our imagination. So basically, I took this advice, as I said. I had the proposition to go to the UK to see the person, but I was afraid because the UK is becoming, I would say, danger for at least me. I'm not used to like that's crime rate in the country, so I thought I would be for sure. I would be stabbed. Like they will like stole my all money. They will stole my phones. So I basically took two phones. I bought like underwear with small pocket that I put documents, and I flew to the UK and thinking I would be dead here. But you know what? Nothing happened. I was not even close to any danger. And it was super fun, and I almost declined this proposition because of my fear. But I remembered this lesson from this book and realized this is just in my imagination. And I took this really personal, and I knew that if I don't go to the UK because of that, then the fear will conquer me all the time. So my rating for this book is 5 of 5. Really good book. Let's see what we have next one. Let's see. Oh! It's again book of Mike Tyson. Yeah, so basically it's as well his autobiography called My Truth. And basically this one is focused after life of his mentor. It's basically, I would say, more like decline of Mike Tyson, where he's like addicted to drugs, blowing all of the money, losing all the fights. He's in the jail for the rape that he didn't do. He really describing all the things with authenticity. So I would say this book is more like comedy here. There's a lot of, I would say, funny things. So I would say this is like a Joker movie, but it's like comedy, but in the end it's very sad story. This one is really good as well. I recommend reading both of the books so you can get really good picture of Mike Tyson, how he was as the person. So I would rate this book 5 out of 5 as well. Okay, let's move to the next one. Wow, another one. What we have here? So basically, this one is called Be Like Water, my friend. So this is the philosophy of Bruce Lee. You might know it already, but the book is written by his daughter, and basically she elaborating on his ideas, not only Be Like the Water but others. It's a good book, but I wouldn't say I'm super happy with it, just because it's like, it's elaboration by his daughter on his ideas. So we don't know if Bruce will agree with this. We can just think he will, but generally it's really nice. If you're like new to this idea, I recommend this book because it might sound simple to be like water and be adaptable to the situations, but in reality it's, I would say, very complex idea. To understand it, that you need to really adapt. You probably, when we meet the situation where we can adapt, we are probably refusing to adapt. And yeah, I would say year after year, the more knowledge I get from different perspectives, the better I understand this idea. And it's really powerful, because we as humans, I would say, we are from nature very adaptable species. So I will rate this book, let me think, maybe 4 out of 5. It's really okay book. It's short and I'm sure you will like it. Give it a shot. And we have the last one. What do we have here? It's called Your Next 5 Moves by PBD, Patrick But David. Really good book, and I would say those concepts you found there, you can take immediately and apply to your life right after reading. So basically the main concepts that I took, at least me, from this book is basically to think long term and think 5 moves ahead. It may sound simple, but in reality it's very hard to think in the long term. And I really need to read through this book and think about those concepts and about the stories when someone used these concepts. I was like really in this present moment because I'm reading a lot of Buddhists. And I think because of that, I also found myself in a lot of not cool situations because I didn't try to predict them, and I could. So now I would say my life is really better because I'm trying to like think 5 moves ahead, and like thinking what happened if I do this, what happened if I do this. So I'm trying to basically if else all of my moves and predict the outcomes of it. What is interesting that I had really hard time thinking long term, like 5-10 years. Now I would say I'm way better than this, way better. I don't know if this like one single book helped me to do that, but definitely I'm better than this. For sure, you will find here ideas how you can really think long term and why you should. To be honest, it's really important to think long term. Maybe you don't need like think 20 years from now, but before I was struggling to like plan ahead like 1 month or something, or I was super impatient to wait for something like 2 months. But for now, 1-2 years, like it's really easy for me to think. So yeah, this book is really good. I will rate this 4 out of 5. Really short book, really easy read, so recommend to anyone. Maybe you read it already, so you can share what you took from this book. And yeah, for today it will be last book. If you liked this video and if you like this book reviews and you want to more, please subscribe and leave a like. Please comment down below also what you learned from these books, if you read them already, or which one book do you plan to read. If you guys like it, I will keep doing that. There's a lot of things to improve on my side, definitely my smoothness of speaking in English, but hey, we will work on this because we think long term, guys. So thank you, see you next time.